Hi, everyone. I'm Reverend Helen Bello from the Center for Spiritual Living, and I want to thank you for being on the 21-Day Gratitude Challenge. And I thought I would switch things up a little bit by having an interview with my friend and my mentor and my teacher, Reverend Dr. James Mellon from the Global Truth Center in Los Angeles. And I thought it would be kind of interesting to hear someone else's perspective of going through a particularly challenging time, finding gratitude, and really being able to discover the blessings in that challenging gratitude, or challenging time rather. So thank you, Dr. James, for being on with me. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. You know you're one of my favorite ministers in the world.
Thank you. And do you want to tell us about a particular time in your life?
Sure. I had been a minister for 6 years and growing a really beautiful church in North Hollywood, California. And all of a sudden, right before Easter, on my 6th year, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Well, I know you know this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally the week before Easter. And I'm thinking, first of all, how is this happening? Where is this coming from? How could this possibly happen to me? I'm sure everybody thinks that. And then I had to get up that Easter because I had to have a procedure done instantly that everyone was going to see because it was in my throat. And so I got up and I spoke about it on Easter and told them that I was going to take the journey in front of them so that I didn't disappear and that I trusted and knew that every one of us would grow from this and the outcome would be good. Now, I said that. I was a minister for 6 years at that point. I'm now a minister for, 16 years almost 14 years. And then I went through it. And it was the most hellacious 6 months of my life. Radiation, chemotherapy, I had that thing taken out of my neck, a bunch of things taken out of my neck. And this one day, when I had just done chemo, radiation was ongoing, and I was so sick, I had gone down to, right now you see before you, 165 pounds of me. I was down to 130 pounds. And I was just, I was so like airheaded. Every time I walked, I got dizzy. And I was just, excuse me for telling you this, puking up my guts. I was just so sick. And I was laying in the bathroom at the bottom of the toilet, right there, worshiping the porcelain bowl. I'm just laying there. And Sunday, and Kevin, my husband, said to me, do you want to call another minister to replace you today? I went, no, I'll be there. Just take the kids, you go. And I was laying there, and all of a sudden, it dawned on me the title of my talk, which was, When It All Comes Up. And I just started laughing. And I started laughing and laying in that moment during this most hellacious moment in my life. I had such an aha that God is everywhere present. God is right here on the floor of my bathroom. And that sparked a feeling inside of me of gratitude and love and such a blessing. And I was like, well, if there ever was a blessing, this is it. And I got up off that floor, got dressed, got to church and gave my talk. And, the rest of the day was pretty good. I didn't have the same heaviness that I had. All of a sudden with that, and that's the gratitude that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That gratitude in my heart, that love in my heart transcended what my body was going through. And I really felt like that was the pivotal moment in my whole cancer experience where I suddenly said, and this is much less than who I am. I am bigger than all of this. And I think that was the beginning of the turnaround for me. So, and then I was very grateful. I've been grateful my whole life ever since that I got to experience that in such a profound way. Do I ever want to have it again? No, I'd like to learn it other ways. But
probably not, yeah.
But, if you can look at the most challenging moments in your life and see, why is it there? What's the point of it? Because there is a point. There has to be, or it can't be happening. So that's my story.
It's a great story, and I thank you for sharing it. I am really intentionally putting out there in the gratitude challenge that, There are some really tough moments in life, and we can always go in and find something to be grateful for, which does change the energy. It does open our eyes up to something more, and it does bring more grace and beauty and calmness into our life, and a lightness of being. And I love what you said about the laughter, because part of all of this in being challenged in finding gratitude is that lightness and laughter, or what's the point of having a life here?
Yep, right.
It is really meant to be enjoyed.
When I teach CPR, Core Prosperity Relief, one of the affirmations is gratitude is a prosperity magnet.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're grateful, what are you attracting? Everything like yourself.
Everything on all levels, whether it's emotionally, physically, our creative expression, our abundance, our health, our relationships.
And you, by the way, you, my dear, are an amazing expression of that. That's why you are one of my favorite ministers, because you live this stuff. You look at you see, beauty. You see beauty, vitality, success, creativity, and you see a lot of crazy fun.
I do see a lot of crazy fun, yes.
I know you do. So that, to me, I want to be like the woman at the other table and When Harry Met Sally, point to Reverend Helen Vallow and say, I want what she's having.
Yeah.
And you're telling us, then start being grateful.
Yes, for everything.
I know.
There is a blessing in every experience. And I think one of my biggest learnings in the last little while is I have choice whether I get caught up in trauma and drama and it's tough, or I can choose to be grateful and joyful and have a lightness of being. And that's always my choice, right?
Yep. And I'm grateful for you for asking me to do this interview, because every time you remember it, something shifts. So thank you for the shift.
You're so welcome, and thank you. And I trust and I know that every person that watches this on this challenge is truly inspired to dig a little deeper and experience gratitude. So thank you so much, Dr. James.
My pleasure. Much love.
Love to you. Bye for now.